I once said, I am a dreamer just like my mother. I am extremely ambitious. I am adventurous. I am someone who works hard, but I have a track record to prove it. My track record over the last 4 years is founding a nonprofit organization that forced the city to have a consultation. My background in law prepares me to actually create bylaws that are powerful. And a great example of this is this 2020 housing bylaw that should have affordable, social, and family housing. It's not just about being prepared as a politician, but being prepared with a judicial understanding of how laws and rules are created and how to implement them in order to get what you want. And the housing crisis is upon us right now with 24,000 people waiting for social housing as a classic example of an administration, and Valérie Plante, for example, who actually failed to create a bylaw that actually equaled what she wanted, which was affordable homes for Montrealers, and that was not the case. So my background as a community organizer, my legal background, also my education background and working with people, working particularly with community organizations, makes me more than qualified to be Mayor of Montreal. The majority of Quebecers might be against it, but the majority of Montrealers aren't. And that's the difference here, is that I'm running for Mayor of Montreal. Montreal has over 200 cultural communities. There are people in Montreal, growing populations that speak Mandarin, Arabic, Spanish, and we can go down the list of languages. So I believe that Montreal as a multicultural, multilingual city with an international economic presence and the business language of the world being English, we have to be realistic about the role of language in Montreal and that duality being English and French. All while protecting the French culture and language, we can still recognize our roots. 40% of all tickets go to the most vulnerable, particularly homeless people. So what we are saying is that how are you going to really solve those issues is by providing homes, having leisure, sports, recreation infrastructure, having interveners, social workers, to actually have the SPVM do their job, which is to fight criminals, to fight the proliferation of firearms. That is how we're going to stop the rise in violence in the city of Montreal. But on the other hand, we can also, through investing in communities, investing in people. So one of the great ways that we can do that is what we call is citizen-based policing, whereby you would have an individual who is not armed. This individual would simply be intervening in a situation where someone, for example, has schizophrenia, is going through a psychosis, and needs an intervention. This person does not need to have a police officer show up. They need to have a citizen who understands mental health, who understands drug abuse, who understands homelessness, and they intervene in the situation to help someone who's vulnerable and at risk of really dying in that circumstance. That's one very clear and concrete way where we could dismantle this power structure that's using force of arms to really someone who's vulnerable. The other way, and this is very, very clear, is that we need to once again change the culture in the SPVM. How do you do that? Providing more sensitivity training, more training on the realities of individuals who are from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different socioeconomic statuses, to ensure they understand the people who they are serving, and hopefully that could build some more compassion, some more trust, and some more connections between the police officers and the people that they're supposed to be serving.